So Simon, you made a mistake.
I did.
And you got egg all over your face.
It was a good egg, though.
Yeah, Bronto egg.
Yeah, Bronto egg that was not fertilized that I thought was fertilized.
Oh,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what's needed. I'm going to have to, you know what I'm going to have to do now, and this is the thing. Moving forward, I want that Gigantoraptor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you need 2 Brontos, make them have a fertilized egg, and you got to
Yes.
feed the fertilized egg to this thing.
And I'm going to have a few fertilized eggs. I think
Be
I could
safe.
I think I could also use, we don't have T-Rexes, do we?
But we could.
Yeah, because the bigger the egg,
We don't have any, do we?
I don't think
we
we
have
do.
one over at the other base?
No, we
Shit.
do. Yeah, you know what? There's one in the sewer
Yeah. Yeah, down there in the...
at the other base that I just built on top of.
Yeah. I've got a place down there. I haven't visited in a while.
Yeah.
Probably got to clean up.
Yeah, your sewer house. Your sewer house looks nice.
I like it down there.
Yeah, it is cozy.
It is nice.
Weird. You feel like you're in the underbelly of a city.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah,
I was like,
Bill,
yeah,
yeah.
this is it's dingy down here. There's water. You know, it's nice.
It's cool. But it is a very different process in which to tame. Are there any other ways to tame like other animals in there where you have to
Like
Play a
feed it,
game with a
man.
baby?
There's so many. That it's kind of what frustrates me in Ark sometimes is some of the taming methods. I'm like, oh god, I don't even want to deal
It's
with it.
because they come up with a bunch of unique versions and no one would ever know on their own.
Yeah,
So you have to like read it.
it's true.
Somewhere.
Yeah. How do you find out? Like, is it just trial and error for a lot of people?
I guess.
And it's got to be the community just sharing because I don't ever. I mean, there's the Ark wiki, but does the people that make Ark they're not in control of that? It just seems like the community says like, "Oh, we figured it out, and here's how you do it." Or maybe they do put it out. It's like, "Hey, here's our new creature, and here's how to tame it. You got to make 6 cakes,
Yeah,
and you got to feed it 6 cakes, and then you got to give it 3 eggs."
Bronto eggs.
Ugh.
And put a berry in its butt.
You got to sneak up on it. It wants 2 blueberries, 6 blackberries. And a
It
piece
makes
of
me
meat.
think of like how Minecraft, early Minecraft, even now, but like it was, you had to figure it out.
Yeah. That's kind of, I think that contributed to making that game popular at the time was, okay, here's this sandbox world and here's this crafting table and nobody knows all the combinations except the guy that made it.
Yeah.
And so the community is figuring out, oh, wait, shit, if you put 2 sticks here and then 3 of those, you made a pickaxe.
Yeah.
What else can you make?
Yeah.
And then it's finding materials and bringing those materials to the crafting bench and figuring out what you can make. That was a big part of it.
And with something like this, though, with the taming stuff, like the fact that you have to have the egg. You can't just kill the mom and try to get the baby. And you
Right.
knowing that it's the baby, you have to distract the mother. From what I understand,
Oh,
the
and
only
you're in
way
that bird you're trying to
in
get,
the bird
yeah.
that I'm doing, the Gigantoraptor, you can't because you were like when we were trying to do it, you're like, well, I'll just take the mom far away.
Right. That
Or
won't
I'll
work.
kill the mom. You're like,
Yeah.
no, that's not going to work.
So
you
the
have
mom
to distract the mom. The mom
With a Bronto egg.
yes, or
That specific egg.
or an egg, or a large fertilized egg. I think you
Oh,
can
so it
use,
can be anything. It can be T-Rex. It can be Bronto.
I think it can be a T-Rex and a Bronto. I think those are the 2 that are suggested because the larger the egg, the longer the mama stays distracted.
My God.
So you might be able to do it
It's like,
with smaller stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, that's so much harder than go, oh, look, here's a crafting table. You have to figure out how to craft it. And you go, okay, well, this is where you throw shit
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
As opposed to, now, I don't know. I mean, you might be able to distract it with, 10 eggs of much smaller things that I haven't researched. But I know that the larger the egg, the more distracted it'll be. And
Okay.
the references that I saw were Rex, Gigantosaurus, Bronto, and those are the 3 that stick out on my head. And
All right.
and the Bronto's the only one that we can easily probably get to mate. We already have one.
Yeah. So
They're
just get another.
reasonably easy tame.
Yeah.
For a large slow animal like that, not
We'll
dangerous.
do it. I'll help you.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. I'm
in.
excited now.
I'll tame a Bronto with
He's
you.
going to help it because my hands are full at the moment.
You've been nursing this dragon for the last month.
We had some settings that were, it was going up like 0.2% recording in the
Yeah.
beginning. We were like, I should probably change this a bit. This is going to take me to my grave.
Yeah.
But also, I've had my pickles too, because we create our A and B stories, whatever that might be. And if I'm fucking sitting there by an egg and you guys are out doing fun stuff or trying to have fun stuff. And then I was like, wow, I'll make a new platform for this. Get it over to that little pagoda, and then it touched the water and it started flying. Couldn't get the fucker back down.
Right.
So it's like that became like a.
Well, that's like its own glitch, right? That's a known glitch that if you have a baby dragon,
Yeah.
that baby dragon touches water,
Yeah.
it goes into the air and it stays there.
Yeah. And it scared the shit out of me because you got to feed that fucker.
Yeah, and you couldn't find it for a while. You thought it just disappeared.
Oh yeah, I didn't look up.
Right.
Yep, which is
So
so,
it's like it's gone.
stupid.
It's
I
just
mean,
gone.
yeah, so it has wings.
I just thought it was
baby.
I thought it was a deeper glitch, just one that was dumb. It was just gone.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's easy to not look up.
Look,
or
Ark
me.
never has any glitches, so
No.
I'm surprised by that.
No, we
Yeah,
never
it's
deal with any of those.
No,
So
God.
And
I've
as
had my
you, as you
pickles.
can hear, Neebs isn't here.
yeah,
Yeah, Neebs is he's still on vacay.
you might have noticed.
Yeah.
And it's fine. He can stay because if you guys saw the recent fast food simulator, we found out we were better without him.
Yeah. We offer, well, you know what? We're going to try it again tonight and bump up the difficulty. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if we're better without it.
Yeah,
Because
we'll see.
I
I'm gonna shut
thought
the drive-through down, I swear.
I thought we did really well last time.
We did good.
did.
And
We
people
did.
were a little bit annoyed at that. It's like, Aztecia, why are you helping them? You know, like, why are you telling them things? But the
No, it
community
is.
was
That's
telling
why
us
we want
things,
to bump
too.
the difficulty. Yeah, it is more fun to watch the struggle.
It is.
Experiencing the struggle is
whole
stressful
other
as
thing.
fuck, but
Yeah.
it is more fun to watch.
Thank you to our sponsor, Turtle Beach. And I remember back in the day not realizing how important the right headset was when gaming. Now, granted, I still suck, but man, I suck less when I'm wearing Turtle Beach's Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset. If you only knew the things I could hear besides the voices in my head, the audio is richer, the surround sound is more immersive, and the battery lasts an insane 80 hours. No more crackling mics, no more missed callouts, just pure, uninterrupted gaming. And on top of that, the Stealth 700 has the industry's first ever cross-play dual wireless transmitter system, which means you can seamlessly switch between your console and PC with just the click of a button. And while being connected to your console, the Stealth 700 can connect with your phone for music streaming or just taking calls. And Turtle Beach just doesn't have amazing headsets. They have every gaming accessory you could ever want, and they're all the highest quality at prices that do not break the bank. From flight and racing simulators to controllers, keyboards, and mice, Turtle Beach is the ultimate gaming cheat code. So head to turtlebeach.com and use code Neebs for 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with promo code Neebs. And after your purchase, they'll ask you, hey, where did you hear about them? And just say Neebscast sent you. It's that easy. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was going to say we were doing coffee for a while with milk, and I was completely forgetting about the steaming of the coffee. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm surprised a lot of shit didn't come back.
You weren't
coffee's
frothing the
cold.
stuff.
I wasn't frothing it,
Yeah.
and I
How
guess.
dare you?
Yeah, it's
How
ridiculous.
dare you
But
not
so
froth the milk?
people are saying it's cold. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't frothed milk.
Do
Frothed
we
milk is
know-
hot milk?
Out of us three, do we know? Because I didn't look into it. But what else we unlock? Will there be chicken nuggets?
I think there are chicken nuggets down the pipe.
What else?
Oh, I'd have to fire it up and actually look at it.
Oh,
I do remember chicken nuggets. I'm struggling to remember anything else
Like,
right
yeah,
now
I'm
off the top of my
curious how
head.
close we are to max capacity of menu
Max
items.
fast food.
You're
joint.
You're curious as fuck now, aren't you?
I mean, I'm gonna look it up.
let's see what we've got down the pipe. Let's
Yeah.
see, Simon.
Ask your robot.
Ask it right now.
Simon loves this robot.
He does.
I do. I've been using actually Venice AI, which is Venice AI, which is one of our new sponsors, and they
I didn't know we had an AI sponsor.
I didn't know we had an AI sponsor
we
either.
do.
Can I buy their crypto coin?
Maybe. I don't think they have one.
Oh shit!
But yeah, it's like I guess there are benefits that I'm definitely not remembering right now.
I'm curious.
It's
Man, I need to play with you seem to be on the cusp, Simon, and I'm usually pretty good about being like I want to play with new technology. I have not played with AI as much as I probably should.
And it's a matter of just getting it and asking questions, isn't it?
it really that's it. And like Venice AI is one of
Yeah.
those things where you don't even have to you don't download it. you could just go to Venice AI. I think it was VeniceAI.com, and just for free. You know, you have you can only ask a certain amount per day. It's for free, and then you can, of course, then upgrade and pay whatever. But it has to do with privacy. A lot to do with privacy. Like,
all right, like it doesn't store your data or something like that.
Doesn't store your data.
Okay.
It's not, and yeah, what they're telling you isn't influenced. They're not like editing your AI. Like your AI will be or can be instructed to not tell you certain things.
Oh, I don't like this word.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can tell your robot I'm offended by certain things. Like, don't bring up 9/11 to me.
So right, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
It triggers me. I don't want to know about it.
So
don't ever say that.
Go ahead, Simon. This all seems like it was set up for this sponsor.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Are you?
I know it's not.
Are you
I know it's
advertising to me
not.
right now?
I'm not advertising Venice AI yet right now, but I'm actually I don't think they're a sponsor this week. But let me get to them.
I thought it was this.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So what was the question that you wanted me to ask about when
properly ask the
chicken nuggets unlock in
I
fast
want to
food
know
simulator?
what's
What's
left.
the final unlock in fast food simulator?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Hit me with it. Hit me with it, robot. What do you know?
long paragraph.
Oh,
Is it right in a
shit.
book?
It's not
It's long.
explicitly stated in the provided facts. All right, hold on.
See,
Let's compete it.
robots are so dumb.
Compete it?
No, I shouldn't do it because they're a.
Oh yeah, right.
Don't do
we
it.
don't have to say
Come
who this
on,
is from.
man.
We don't have to
Yeah.
say.
Look, you got to know what your competition's
What
capable
is
of.
the final unlock in the PC game Fast Food Simulator? Example, at level 25, we unlock cheese.
All right.
Now, that's something I should have said to the other
That's
one.
not bad. I like that. You gave it a sample of like, hey, yo, here's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now it's doing its digging. It's
A
writing
lot
its
of words
thesis.
again. Holy shit.
Oh, tons. That happens.
You think it would just go
Just
nuggets?
give me the answer. That'd be great. Nugs.
Yeah.
right?
It's like
Chicken nug
it
nugs.
doesn't. Yeah. You know that's what we need to train these AI models
come on,
for.
we
Like,
don't-
quit pretending you're like you don't need to sound smart. Just give me the
Giving
just
us
give me the word.
credit
know what?
scenes.
It says here, there's a lot of words, but it looks like level 30 might be the fully upgraded restaurant. And we were
At level
and we
30?
Did, and we did 25 was cheese.
We'll look when we play tonight because I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
But it is.
I like to speculate.
I'm not seeing the details on that right there, so it doesn't seem to share that with me.
Yeah,
But
is why
I'm
I don't
very curious.
See, this is why I don't like AI. I don't like robots giving me answers. I want to speculate.
I've got a follow up here.
Okay.
This entire podcast is just
right.
asking AI
and
about fast
everyone who
food
knows
simulator.
right now is like, shut up.
Okay,
Well, no, I
Go
did.
ahead.
I
But
did.
You have.
I did a thing called a Google search.
Did what? ya?
It was a Google search, and
Okay.
the first video that popped up said nuggets unlocking the last level.
So we okay. Nuggets. Nuggets is our goal. Once we get to nuggets, we've achieved fast food godhood.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah. Well,
Man.
talked a little bit about Ark. Was there more about Ark? Because I want to give you bread at some point. Absalom. Maybe we'll save
You
one
have
for
you
that.
have bread sitting
this
over
would
there
be,
on
that'd
your
be a
desk.
good break. There's a good bread break right now.
Is this the time for
This is
bread?
the bread break.
Yeah.
So-
Break the bread.
Yeah, break bread, Simon.
My brother was the tiny little story behind this. And this is a bread that we would probably have once or twice a year, maybe a few times a year at one of my family's house. Usually, probably my Uncle Pat's house.
Okay, not Aunt Phyllis in Florida.
No,
This was
they
Uncle
were
Pat's.
they were all in New York at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe my Aunt Phyllis had it, but probably not. It's probably my Uncle Pat's house.
I imagine like a small room packed with like 12 of you people, you New Yorkers.
Just loud as
Just
fuck.
like, oh man,
Loud as fuck.
Give me the fucking bread. Put on the football game.
Right. It's one thing. Never watched football with any of my family or any of the Italians.
Because you wouldn't hear it.
I don't know why. Probably not.
such a noise. Come on now.
Hey, let's get together. Watch the State of the Union.
fucking bread dude. Come on. State
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Biden. Come on, shut up now.
So my brother was in New York a couple of days ago, and he likes to go. He's there. He gets some food, and he's like, "Oh, I wanted to get, what we call it's either prosciutto bread or
But
lard."
don't say the second one.
Oh,
You held
don't
off
tell
on the
me.
second name for me.
So I'm about to eat secret bread.
Well,
You're about to eat-
prosciutto bread.
Prosciutto bread.
prosciutto bread.
No, I do like. Wait, what do I like? Is it prosciutto? Is that a little like thin meat? What's the thin ass meat? Is that bruschetta?
No, that's
Prosciutto.
oh,
Prosciutto. So is this prosciutto?
It's prosciutto.
I guess
This is
yeah.
bruh. This has got the bruh.
All right. So is this thin meat bread?
It's got meat
can
in
be.
it, and it's used usually with the scraps of meat. That like to say you're in a deli, and then you get down to the end nub.
Oh yeah.
And all the little pieces, they'll chop a few of the different types of meats.
All
in
right. So I'm
there.
just looking at this bread.
Yeah?
Yep.
And yeah, it looks like someone ground up a hot dog
It's dense.
and slammed bits and chunks of hot dog into this bread.
Correction. They slam-a-jammed bits of hot dog.
Yes, they
Slam
did.
jam.
But it's not hot dog. It's higher quality meat.
Okay, it's not hot dog.
The first time I ever had this, I'm fairly positive it had olives in it.
All right.
But I like olives.
So am I allowed to eat the bread now?
You
Simon?
are. Now I'm going to take another little bite.
I would
too.
like another one.
I mean, if we're all gonna do it,
Go
let's
ahead.
see. Okay, so this is a New York delicacy.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's just a thing that apparently not many people make anymore.
Really?
So my
All
brother
right.
took a special trip somewhere. Go ahead, take a
Here
little.
we go. Here we go.
Oh. You guys listen to that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to smack in everybody's ear.
It's dense.
It's a dense bread. It's a very fatty bread. Was it another what we called it? We didn't call it prosciutto bread.
Okay.
It was lard bread.
You called it lard bread, though? Do you remember calling it that?
I
I
remember it being called that.
feel like that's not a good name for a bread.
Yeah.
All right. I'm slightly
I don't know.
pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the first day I'm on a diet because I got
Yeah.
off vacation. And I'm like, all right, I'm back. Day
Right.
one.
Well, start
It's
tomorrow.
like I'm gonna pull back on the carbs, and then you hand me meat bread.
It's
Yes.
carb. It's carb bread.
With like extra lard in it. Lard bread.
But it is good. I do like that. Yeah, the little chunks of meat in there. It's nice. It's
Nice.
salty. It tastes exactly like I expected it to taste.
So that's it. And you don't have to finish it because you're on.
Oh,
a
I'm
diet.
gonna.
Okay.
Like, no,
should.
you gave it to me. I don't want to be rude.
Okay.
You know,
It is good,
Like,
though.
hey, my brother got this. It's all the way from Queens.
That would be rude.
And it
Cut me
probably
a-
actually was from
Oh, you
Queens.
closing
You
it
can
up?
have the rest of it.
Oh, did I guess right?
Yeah, my brother had to move from like Rochester, New York to Queens.
Yeah.
For
I don't
my
even know.
cousin.
I've just heard of these places. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, Queens.
if you put New York on a map and said point to Queens, it'd be like,
Yeah, Queens is right next to Brooklyn, which is right next to the city, which I could walk to
The city.
Queens
The
from
whole
my
fucking
house.
thing's a city.
Manhattan. No, it's not.
You realize, like a guy from a little ass town like I came from, you say the city. I look at all of it and go, it's all the city.
Okay, the Manhattan.
The place is crazy.
You know, Manhattan is
That's the big island.
that's New York City. No. New York City is Manhattan,
Yeah, draw it on
or
the
at least
board.
New York City. There's like different parts. Actually, I sound like an idiot because I'm from there, but Queens,
Right.
Brooklyn, the Bronx,
Yeah.
Manhattan, they're all a part of New York City from what I understand. That's the way I was always described
right.
that. And then there's Long Island, which is where I'm from, which you could be either an hour away from,
It's
an hour
like
and
the
a half.
Leland of New York.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's across the bridge. Got it.
Yeah, kind of a thing.
Yeah, Queens. All right.
I
I think
sound
I
like
know
an
where
idiot,
Manhattan
too.
is. Manhattan is like Chinatown, maybe, and
Yes.
the financial district. That's Manhattan, right? I'm
And, like-
basing all of this knowledge based on Spider-Man 2. Because like
And I'm not
Queens
from-
is across the bridge. I remember that.
Yeah, I always just called it the city.
Okay, so that's
Because
the city. That's what
you
Manhattan
take a train
is.
into going into the city, but when I went to Queens, I wouldn't call that the city, even though technically it was the city.
It all looks like a city if you're like, from like
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
girl
fucking
for years
Farmville, where I'm
lived in
from.
Astoria, which
Which
is
is
part
Queens.
of Queens. Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's like the Greek part of Queens, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous, great fucking food, but it's New York.
Yeah, the food, that's what's so nice about there is you're going to get all the different ethnicities and they're all going to jump together and then and the good cooks and bakers or all the people that make stuff, it's like they're all weeded out. It's like people want to have what's good from their homeland. And if you don't make it good, you're going out of business. And if you make it good, you're staying in.
Kind of like a food truck in Austin. You're not going to make it if you suck ass.
Right. Unless you're
Right.
going to places where there's no other food trucks.
Right.
And then you go, oh, I guess we have to go to this guy.
You know that's happening downtown right now, right?
What if
Like
food
it's
truck
supposed
war?
to happen open in spring, but it's like not far from our apartment. A food truck like we've seen in Austin. The
Oh,
whole
like a food truck circle?
Yep.
Where there's like, 6 or 7 food trucks
Yep.
just in a pile.
And there's like double decker ones and shit. They've got the whole framing of the layout, and it's like
damn.
right up there by the place Pallet. If you've ever been by Pallet,
Oh, nice.
that's about to open up.
I like that very much.
Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsor, Venice AI. And by now, You've probably heard of DeepSeek, who's created AI that rivals ChatGPT at a fraction of the cost, and it's now the #1 app on app stores. But every conversation that you have on their app gets stored on Chinese servers and subject to Chinese censorship. But if you want to test out DeepSeek's power without sharing all the conversation with Beijing, then let me recommend to you our sponsor, Venice AI. And there's plenty of things that I've wanted to search on ChatGPT that I just haven't, because they are keeping track of that too. And if you didn't know, ChatGPT literally has the former director of the NSA sitting on their board right now. I mean, do we really think our conversations with AI are private? But Venice AI is a generative AI platform that is private and permissionless. And they utilize the leading open source AI models to deliver text, code, and image generation to your web browser. And there's no downloads and no installation of anything. Since DeepSeek's made their model open source, Venice AI was able to edit it to keep it private and remove any bias, injection, or censorship. And if you'd like to try Venice AI, you don't even need to create an account. You just go to our link, venice.ai/Neebscast, and start chatting. And if you want access to a completely private and censorshipless DeepSeek model and other amazing features, you can use our link, venice.ai/Neebscast, and code Neebscast to get 20% off a pro plan. Thank you, Venice AI.
Yeah, food trucks are great. Yeah, you get some good food trucks. When we were in Dallas,
Right.
I went downtown Dallas with Daniel.
Yeah.
And there were, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 food trucks just in a line.
Yeah.
And we just went down the line and just...
They work, man.
Pick the one you want the most. And I got like these 3 sliders. It was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it so that people who are great cooks, chefs, whatever you want to call them,
Don't have to buy a restaurant.
They don't have to, rent. I mean, like, what you're probably spending, like downtown rent is, I've looked at it 5 years ago, and it was like really ungodly expensive. And that was if you had to put a ton of work into it.
Yeah.
Like if it was a former restaurant, you'd be paying like $8-10 grand a month.
Yeah.
So like, and that was years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like the fact that you can buy a truck for 30, 40, 50 grand, one that's in great shape, and then you're just going, okay, now I'm going to design it on the outside and figure out my menu.
Just convert it to a
it's-
mobile
my
restaurant.
God,
There you go.
Yeah,
Love it.
so much cheaper.
And that's like not far from our big music venue downtown too, so they're gonna crush it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fantastic.
And
this
nowadays,
season.
especially in this city, I mean, because we got so many like little breweries and places to go. It's like if you're a food truck, you can be all over this fucking city or town.
Yeah, and a lot of businesses like bars are going to be like, yes, please come
Man,
here.
My neighbor, he bought a van, and he's been.
Well, he's a pedophile, right?
Maybe.
That might be a side hustle.
I mean, I'm not going to rule it out. I don't know the guy that well.
Right.
But he bought a van, and he's been converting it into like a yogurt van.
Oh.
Yeah, because I guess he bought it last fall or whatever, and then through the winter he's been converted into a yogurt van. So during the summer he's gonna be driving around selling yogurt.
Dude, that'll probably
Frozen
kill
yogurt?
it.
Frozen
yeah,
yogurt?
frozen yogurt.
Okay, I mean that's important.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I assumed that too. I assumed right away it was
Yeah.
frozen. It'd be
Yes.
weird if it was like
Just hot summer day, warm yogurt.
Here's yogurt soup. You're gonna love it. Oh God! In the middle of
Curdling
summer,
regular
throw up.
yogurt.
Here's a curdled cup.
Yeah,
That's the name of the business.
Curdled.
yeah.
Welcome to Curdles.
But yeah, I mean, listen, what do you need? Like 3 flavors. Choose from the dozen toppings that I'm going to give you. Yeah, I
he's
have
making
to put
his
them
own.
on
Like
for you.
he and his lady are making their own yogurt, and they're packaging it, and they're putting it in like the cooler that they've built into the van.
Yeah.
And it's just ride around, play some music, bring the kids out, sell yogurt.
Did
Okay.
you ever ask the inspiration?
No.
Because I'm curious if they just came across another really good yogurt truck somewhere. Because it might be as simple as that.
Oh yeah, I mean there might be a ton of yogurt shops. I remember the first time I saw, and immediately I looked into it as a franchise and was like, okay, it didn't make sense to pay as much money as they wanted. But Fuzzy Peach, was it Fuzzy Peach?
Yeah, Fuzzy
Yeah.
Peach.
So when Fuzzy Peach first opened, like 8-10 years ago, did you know where that came from? That was a class.
UNCW, right?
Yeah, it was a class
Yeah.
project.
Yeah. Explain to
Fuzzy
the
Man.
audience real quick who don't know what Fuzzy Peach
So
is.
Fuzzy Peach is a frozen yogurt bar, I guess, if you will. So you go into the place, you'd have like, I was just there 2 days ago. You'd have like choices of like 8 different flavors to choose from on the different yogurts, and then they'll have like what would look like a salad bar or a fixins bar.
Right.
But
And you
it's
did it
there.
all yourself. You go in, you pour your yogurt, and you put your toppings
Exactly.
on.
You've got you grab your cup. There's like one size cup. You can grab like waffle cones and pay a little bit extra for it. You just
know what?
grab that yourself.
You know what pisses me off at a place like that? When you go to pay, and they're like, how much would you like to tip?
What's wrong with
Oh,
that?
that's
Why?
bullshit.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you're making it yourself.
Right. You go into a yogurt bar. I poured my
fair,
own yogurt. I put my own toppings
It's a dumb
on there.
question. Dumb
Yeah.
question of mine.
I mean, I don't care if you're cleaning up. That's why you need to
Yeah.
be paid by the people who run this place.
It's like, would
But
you
it's-
like to leave 15 or 20%? I don't want to leave
How
shit.
about nothing?
I
Don't
made
even
my
give
own
me that
fucking
option.
yogurt.
Exactly.
what have you done in this transaction?
But
Yeah.
it's sold by weight, so I guess that's the whole thing. When these yogurt places, since you're the one doing it, it's sold by
The pound.
weight, by the
Yeah,
pound.
yeah.
So
By the
if you're
pound, yeah,
in the
weight.
truck, then it's like, okay, if you have 3 toppings, it's this much. If they're the ones doing it, it's got to be a different model. They're probably not going to weigh it.
So from what I saw, they were making their own. It's like, okay, you would buy like, this is our blueberry, this is our vanilla, this is our strawberry.
Okay, and
whatever.
you still fill it themselves?
No.
depending on
Yeah,
the
they
customer?
would just give it to you.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what would be a set price
Yeah.
as opposed to being
Yes.
sold by the pound.
Yes. You're not going to do that in the van.
Yeah, but well, anyway, I thought it'd be something like, oh man, this seems like it'd be a really good business model because you just have one
Yeah.
employee there for the most part. You buy the equipment,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, no,
you
you're
buy
making the customer do all the work.
Exactly.
All you got to do is like, hey, hand me your
Clean
card,
up and do
bloop, is
whatever.
that
Yeah.
15 or 20%?
They wanted like 80 grand, like franchise up front, and like they were taking a certain amount, and that's one of those businesses where you could just very easily just copy.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
like-
you don't need a franchise.
Yeah,
for
I don't
that.
care about your name.
And the
Fuzzy
one,
Beach.
the one that I thought, and it's obviously not dessert, but the one I brought it up years ago. That was up in Raleigh. Not sure if it's still there, but I was like, fucking genius, as far as a simple, and it could be easily a food truck thing. But the meatball based place, it was like a meatball place, but they had you could choose
Your own meat?
one of the like 5 different meatballs.
Oh.
You know, it was like your standard, probably your vegan
Wagyu.
one, chicken.
Aged.
Like they had like 5 different ones, right?
Right.
And then you could choose from like 5 or 6 different pastas. Or like
God,
orzo
okay.
or whatever for what that's going to go with, and then probably 8 different sauces. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like Alfredo or marinara or whatever.
So
It was
ma-
like
make your own
it's
little
so,
meatball dish.
So simple.
All right, yeah, there you
but
go.
it covers everything, and how could you not love it? You know what I mean? Oh,
I do love me some meatballs.
Come
See,
on.
I don't want the pasta. I just want the meatballs.
and you could maybe get it with vegetables instead or something.
Oh, there we go. Hey, I'd be happy.
There you go. Yeah.
Throw some zucchini in that bitch.
Yeah, get your zucchini on.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
always-
keen on that.
Years ago, I just thought it'd be fun to go, why can't I get one really great, like, I don't care if it's just, you just sell one sandwich, 2 sides, couple of drinks. I just wanted to do meatballs, as in like meatball subs.
Just call it one sandwich.
Maybe.
You ever been to one sandwich? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
the
that's
honesty
bold.
of that place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, well, we got one sandwich.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
if you like it, you're gonna keep coming back because
Also,
it's a good
one
damn
beer.
sandwich.
One sandwich, one beer. You want to get back to video games for a little bit?
Yeah.
We went into food quick, but it was because
did.
I said let's have that taste test.
And yeah, that bread was good. Thank you,
It's
Queens.
not bad.
Or-
Yes, Queen. And it's 2 days old. Imagine if
Yeah.
it was fresh.
It's not from Jersey, otherwise it would taste like a smokestack.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what everything in Jersey tastes like.
And STDs. But the lard keeps it fresher for longer
Oh, it
and
good.
moist
It good.
for longer.
Yes.
I would
But video
imagine.
games door. What?
Battlefield.
oh, the leaks.
The leaks.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
there were
what?
leaks.
I didn't even get to see it. It was 2 days ago, and it's all gone.
People recorded footage and then they put it out before they were supposed to. Oh no.
Oh no!
Actually, that does suck in a way, like for the people, for the devs and all
But they
that.
love it. They need it.
Does it though?
It's just the way of the
Yes and
future,
no.
man.
Yes and
All right,
no.
I'll be back in a second.
He's got a
What?
phone call.
It is.
Okay, he's.
Do you know that we're recording a podcast? All right.
podcast? Look at his
Said I
dog.
know
His
right.
damn dog follows him everywhere he goes.
Poppy.
Poppy's in the house. Like
Poppy.
Simon goes to the bathroom and Poppy follows Simon to the bathroom, and Simon closes the door. Poppy like sploots in front of the door and
Yeah.
puts her nose up to the bottom
Can't
crack
even
in the
handle it.
door, just smelling his shit.
Oh, loves that shit.
Yeah,
My brother
just
said,
loves it.
"Fuck off."
Oh, it's your brother?
Yes.
Did
Did
he
you
know
tell
we
him
were
thank you
recording
for the bread?
a podcast?
Yeah. Oh, I did.
Damn. Call him back.
I should have. Hold on.
Should. Call him back real quick.
Yeah, put him on
real
speaker.
quick and say,
Okay.
hey, thanks for the bread. You got to do it in your best New York.
Me?
Yeah, your quality, your finest New York, Simon.
No, you should do it.
Yeah.
Your finest New York.
Okay.
Hold on.
I gotta go ahead, and then I've got something to say after. Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say thanks for the bread.
What?
Thanks for the bread there, John. It was good. It was good meat bread. Thanks, dear.
The lard bread.
Yeah, it was good.
We like the lard bread.
Any lard bread, you bitch?
Hey. Hey, that is. Wasn't it called? Didn't we call it lard bread?
It was called lard bread back then, but they call it prosciutto bread now because they want to make it fancy because lard has a negative connotation.
It does.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It does.
There you
No,
go.
it makes,
So-
it
I'm
makes
not
you sound
done.
like you're going to be a fatty.
Hey, John.
Eh,
John.
yeah.
Hey, Nate here. Good to talk to you. Some
talk to
people
you
call me
too.
Dog. Hey, I might have missed the email or the text, but I didn't get in. I missed the invite for your podcast, and maybe someday.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
No,
I would.
I don't know why you're
have you
thanking
grace
me.
My presence. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. See you later, John.
Or we could just have a drink. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Drink some lard. Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield leaks.
There was a lot of dev notes too. Kind of boring stuff. Looks like it's got modern, more kind of Battlefield 3,
Oh yeah,
Battlefield 4 shit.
they've gone back to the modern setting because after doing what? They Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, World War 1, World War 2, and then they did 2042, which is like this weird futuristic hero shooter that nobody liked.
Nobody like.
They're like, we're going back to Battlefield 3 and 4.
And guess what? Destruction.
Oh,
We're gonna do
boy.
destruction.
More destruction.
Boom!
But
Actually, well, 2040. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I think in 2042, the destruction, some of it was fun. Like that rocket, the rocket ship going up and then failing, coming back down and
that was
blowing
cool.
up.
But just your average building.
Yes, your average building didn't seem to fall apart.
Yeah, you're in
as
the building.
much.
It's a big difference when you're in a building and then all of a sudden
And
half
that was
of it's gone.
That was a big Battlefield thing. People love the destruction in the wherever you were.
Well, when you think, to me, like the brand Battlefield, what made the brand Battlefield unique and different than any other shooter out there was that destruction. And so for me, I'm always like, man, you guys, you need to lean so far into that. How far can you push that tech every time?
Yeah.
Every iteration of Battlefield is like, how much more destruction can we get? And I'm sure you can get crazy because, you know, we've had the luxury of talking to the devs before. And there is always that danger. It's like, okay, you have a building. If you bring that building, you know, if you fully destruct that building, then you're left with just flat. That's not a fun map anymore. So they're faced with the challenge of like, how do you
what's it
destroy
turn
this building?
into?
Yeah, how do you? Yeah, exactly. What does it turn into from undestructed to fully destructed?
Yeah.
Right. And also, it's starting off not destructed, make it a little bit harder maybe to destruct, but then it's more difficult the more you.
Like that
the more it gets
skyscraper took
flattened.
some work. You know.
Yeah,
It took
but
some work
was
to bring
awesome,
down the
though.
skyscraper, and it was so cool. It was
Just fighting on top of a skyscraper and then feeling the rumble.
Now-
And just going like, oh fuck, this thing's coming to the ground and jumping. Oh god, it was so good.
parachute on down.
Yeah.
Now you notice something that speculatively might be taking a note from BattleBit.
In the leaks, one of the things I saw was being as a medic, being able to grab a down soldier and pull them and drag them somewhere else.
Brilliant.
And I thought in BattleBit, when I played that was one of my favorite things. Like I loved playing a medic in BattleBit because of that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to run out there and revive him in that spot. It's like, you know, your teammate runs out into a field, gets shot. You don't want to revive him right there. This
him out of
allows you to
harm's
run
way.
out, grab him, pull him back into cover, then revive him.
Right.
So
Man, it's so and it made being a medic more fun.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, or I forgot, it was just the medic that could do that. All right.
Now that's the thing. I don't know.
It
I
might
don't know
not
from the
be
leaks.
that way.
Hopefully not. I mean, it'd be
Everybody
nice to
might
be able to move
drag you.
somebody, like if you weren't a medic, to just say, all right, I'm going to help this person get them out of this area, and then maybe someone else can help
It would be
them.
cool because like dragging a soldier should be something that everybody should be capable of.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if they just restrict that to the medic class. I hope they don't.
Yeah, me too.
I heard there's a I saw in one of the notes that there's a progression system in the kits you throw down. There's they're trying to just improve the mobility. They're making the response time quicker with the hertz rate and shit like that. It's supposed to be a lot quicker for a reaction to when you're hitting the button to shooting. like just that time in between, streamlining everything like that. Which apparently they dropped the ball a bit in 2042.
Man, we're
but
gonna suck at this game.
we're not. Yeah, we want that delay. Bring back the delay.
Right.
Yeah. But stuff like that, I guess they're just trying to streamline the movement. Of course they are, but they say that every fucking Battlefield. It makes me think of, are they leaning toward more like Warzone-y movement eventually? And they kind of have as far as the slides and the, through time.
Yeah.
But that's just like common sense stuff, like moving someone out of harm's way if you're a medic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, being able to jump over something that
jumping over things are great.
Shit.
Mhm,
Yeah, it
because
really
you're a
is.
human man.
Because
Exactly.
you're a human.
Got
and you
that
can climb.
stuff.
A
Yeah.
soldier that's been trained to
Right,
climb and
yeah.
jump.
Yeah. So we'll see. 8 to 11 months is the prediction right now. Who knows?
Man.
Man,
We'll
I wish we were on the in on that.
We aren't anymore, are we?
No, God. They saw how we played and they were like, why are we
They
having
should've never
why are we
watched.
bringing these animators and cartoonists out to
Yeah.
these events where we're trying to get good gameplay from
Because
people?
we're not going to listen to them, and
Yeah.
because we're not listening to anybody that we brought out to these anyway.
Right.
That's what
when
we
everyone
gotta
tells
do.
us like, this isn't good, you guys should change all of
Don't
this.
do that.
No.
Well, maybe they started listening.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You know
I
what?
mean, like,
I tell you
come
what gives me a little bit more hope about this game is Vince Zampella is the director. And this is a man that's directed some really, really good first-person shooters. So he knows his shit, and I hope he's kind of like brought in the team and kind of made everybody a little bit more laser-focused, and they can put out a good product.
Now, the games that he has directed, when they were released, I'm going to guess that they were more complete than past Battlefield games on release. Because usually
Maybe.
they're broken. Like Titanfall, you said, was one of them, right?
Titanfall,
When
yeah.
Titanfall came
series,
out,
yeah.
I remember playing that at some event in
I think we
California.
played Titanfall 2 at an event.
Oh, did we?
Yep.
Did it was
Yeah.
Titanfall 2?
Yeah.
but
But
do you
still,
guys happen
like,
to
that
remember
game-
Titanfall
those games were
coming
solid.
out like solid?
Yeah.
Like, coming out solid would be nice to know that this guy might be like, hey, we're not actually going to release no matter what until the shit is done.
Well, if I remember correctly, man, Titanfall 2 was odd because the campaign for Titanfall 2 is one of the best first-person shooter campaigns.
It's amazing to watch.
I've ever played. It's wonderful. But when they brought it out, I want to say there was a Battlefield game like right next to it. It's like a Battlefield game came out, and then Titanfall came out, or Titanfall 2, and it's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like because this was EA.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like got buried.
It's like spread this shit apart because like you're competing for the same audience,
Right.
People that love first person shooters, and you're releasing two titles way too close to each other, which is a shame because I don't remember the numbers on Titanfall 2, but I remember them not being that great. But I think as time goes on, people have like recognized that man, the single player campaign for Titanfall 2 is great, and so was the multiplayer.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
And Titanfall 1 was weird because that one launched without a single player campaign. I think that one would have been more successful had it launched with a single player
Especially if
campaign.
it was like this
right.
two.
The second one, yeah. It's like take that single player campaign, launch it with the first one, and then Titanfall 2 would have been more successful.
probably right.
Hey, we're not the guy in charge. We don't know. We don't know why decisions were made.
I've got good segue here opportunity because since we're talking EA a little bit and our good buddy that used to work at DICE, Victor, in the audio department, who moved over to who does Split Fiction? Is it Hazelight?
Oh, shit.
Hazelight?
Hazelight.
Is Victor with Hazelight?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So Simon and I have started playing the
Don't
Split
you
Fiction.
dare spoil
Not
Split
spoiling
Fiction
shit,
for me.
but I will say this: bravo to those fucking devs because they raised the bar again.
All right.
The scale of shit is just
Man,
it's
I can't wait.
so
It's
impressive.
fantastic.
I was on vacation, and me and my girl, Split Fiction came out,
Yeah.
and I might start playing it tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Do those side missions. That's all I'm going to say. Do the
Okay.
side missions.
Yeah, they're
you'll
worth
appreciate it.
We're 6 hours
Man,
in.
that's always a game's pretty decent when side quests are worth it.
Do it. They're fun.
not only
They're cool.
worth it, but
One spoiler
give
for
them
everybody.
two. Let's
Oh,
ruin
man.
this.
Well,
Come on.
okay.
No, one. Just give me one. I don't want to know anything.
No, okay. Here's two, but they're nothing.
All I know
hey,
about the game, it's 2 lesbians and a dragon.
There's a lot of whining in it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, expect that. You remember
Same
all the
kind of
whining
thing.
and
but they're better at it. Believe it or not, this time it's still
barely.
whiny. But yeah, I'd say they're less by like 20%.
Okay.
Second spoiler, at one point in a side mission, so not that important.
Okay.
Simon and I were both hot dogs.
Oh,
That is
okay.
a big spoiler.
What?
Actually,
All right. Why did you ruin the hot
That's
dog?
a
Not
big-
big. It's
Okay.
not big.
it is to me.
Yeah,
It
but
is only because you go
Hey.
the surprise when it happened. So you've already done it.
Maybe.
The surprise when it happened was like, what?
Okay. Damn it. Okay.
And it was
No
so
more. Don't
stupid.
tell me- don't tell
sorry.
me
That was
another
it.
thing.
I
All
wouldn't
right,
have
hot
done that
dogs.
one.
That was it.
Yeah, I don't think they're lesbians.
They
Same
look
shit.
like
The
lesbians.
character that I
does that
play
mean?
has the
They look like
attitude.
lesbians.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how do you look like a lesbian?
You just look. I mean, I look at this like right now. I just turned around and I looked at my
Because they're
Steam
in
thing.
an action
They look
environment.
like no. They look like lesbians. The short hair.
Short hair?
Yeah.
Short hair.
The
All
short
right.
hair.
I'm
The,
sure you might wanna
the
just-
dominating like look.
Okay.
They look like lesbians.
All right. Well,
Come on.
Okay. Anna.
Well, sorry to all those long-haired lesbians out there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, it doesn't at all to me. But
And I'm
it's
hoping
funny.
that comes into play at some point.
It would be nice if it did. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be upset.
No, who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
I mean, but I like lesbians.
What a
More
what
like
a
Slit
pleasure.
Fiction.
What?
Right.
Ooh, baby, put
Yep.
that tongue in
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to change the rating on this podcast.
pleasure of a game.
Just bleep it.
Yeah.
Pleasure of a game.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Yeah, that dev team, they keep putting out gems. I mean, you and I, we played what It Takes Two a while back, and then Dora and I went through A Way Out not too long ago. That game's great, fantastic. So like, and that's their starting point.
They crush it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that dev team, man, they got something going on there. They got some magic over there at the.
Yeah. Don't you let EA tell you what to do,
No, hell no,
even though they own you.
no, they should.
But that's what I guarantee. It's the EA factor that like added the scale factors, like all the fucking details of how big. Like we were in that city. Like it was early on in the game. There's no spoilers, but it's just like it's nonstop for so long,
Yeah.
just like
that
for
it is.
hours
Really?
and literal hours of nonstop crazy action and hugeness.
Damn. Okay.
It's mind blowing.
Okay, I'm in. I can't wait to check it out.
Oh,
You might have bumped it up a little bit. Hours. I mean, there's
we'll
little
see, we'll
breaks.
see,
You get
we'll
little
see.
breaks, don't you?
barely.
Barely.
All right,
Little
quit
breaks.
talking about it.
All
You
right.
guys spoil it some more for me.
Oh, then what was the other thing that
Don't
we
stop.
were talking
Don't
about?
you stop.
Yeah, let's
Stop.
play that again
Stop.
tonight.
Yeah.
Let's
Stop.
play it again tonight. You go home and play it with your girl.
Pissing me off.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll
yeah.
record some more. I don't give a shit.
You guys play it now. I'll go home and play it.
Yeah, it sounds
Play it with my
good.
lady.
Okay.
We'll have a good time.
Maybe we'll do that.
That sounds good because
look-
it's hot off the press.
Yeah, man, playing with the controller. I
You're
mean, it
great
is-
though.
Oh,
No, but you've come so far.
I've come far. Sure, but that's for me. But it is something that I forget where I was. Like I was getting frustrated with. All I'll say is this: the sun, which by the way,
Okay.
that
Is
was
that another
a really
spoiler?
fun. The
I mean,
sun.
how
Side
many
mission.
spoilers?
Side
Hot dog.
mission.
The
Wait,
sun.
I'm saying the sun. How
because
vague
now it's a
can you
mechanic.
get?
Because I'm going to go into a level and there's going to be a sun, and I'm like,
That's
now I
true.
know that's going to be a mechanic because
Well,
Simon ruined it.
You know
for me.
what? You have to jump on a grill and cook yourself as a hot dog.
You
How
son of a
about that,
bitch.
you
Oh,
motherfucker?
son of a bitch.
and squirt each other with mustard
Oh,
and
yeah,
ketchup.
you
God.
do. I will keep on
Fuck.
ruining shit.
Man,
I will
I hate
fucking
you
do it.
guys. I hate you guys. You ruined the
Fuck
surprise.
you.
You ruined the
What
fun.
else you want, bitch?
Yeah.
Man,
Okay, we'll move on to one more game.
I wish that game were called Slit Friction.
I know you.
Slit
friction.
That's fucking
Good
that's
stuff.
the one. Slit
stuff.
friction.
Yeah. All right.
What other game would you like
we
to
had
talk
we
about,
had another
Dora?
game to talk about. What was the third? We had one more.
Oh, talking about games and stuff.
Or did- no, or did we just talk about it all?
We were wait, here in the office. We were talking about the Death Stranding trailer.
That was
Yes.
the last one.
And you guys said so. It's a 10-minute trailer.
Yeah.
And I mentioned, I'm like, you said something about potentially like, oh, maybe we should watch it and have me react to it because I haven't seen it during the podcast. I was like, that's a little bit much. So maybe I'll do that during for the dumpster. where-
just react to that
just
trailer.
react to the trailer. It's 10 minutes because I'm curious because you said it was so weird.
It's man.
It's a weird fucking.
That's
setting.
the thing. It's this is a game directed by Hideo Kojima, who's been Hideo Kojima. He's been making games. He's in charge of the Metal Gear franchise. Or
Okay.
He was in charge of the Metal Gear franchise with Konami until they fired him.
oh.
And then PlayStation, Sony was like, Mr. Kojima, what would you like to do? So they did Death Stranding, which I never played.
Never played it either.
But it just looks so weird and creative.
The first one.
The first
Yeah.
one. And that's the first one. And then the trailer for the second one looks extra weird and
Yep.
creative.
And beautiful.
God, yeah. It's just like, man, I can't. The man's artistry is just, it's unique.
And that concept just is out there, but it's
He's like
fascinating.
Tarantino or something. Like when he puts out a product, you kind of have to pay attention to it. Like
Okay.
even if you don't play it. Like I didn't play the first Death Stranding, but I paid attention to it, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's a Kojima thing, and eventually maybe one day I will play it. But man, it's like I know it's going to be big, and I got the time for it.
And obviously, you got Norman Reedus as the lead.
Yeah.
I saw Elle Fanning's in this one. I saw
Reedus the
George
Fuse.
Miller plays a character. In the first one, fucking Conan O'Brien had a part.
All right.
I didn't know
so
that.
when
Yes.
was so I heard you talking about Conan being in something because I actually showed that clip of him
Gotcha.
in
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah.
But I didn't even pay attention to
It
So
was
how
Death
long,
Stranding.
How long ago was Death Stranding out? Like a few
4
years?
or 5 years ago, maybe?
Okay.
Something like that. 5, yeah.
All right. So this guy's been working on this for a while.
Yeah,
I mean,
you would
he's on the
imagine
second
it's
one.
something to take on because it's got all the elements.
No,
Just
it is like playing a movie when you play a
Seems-
Hideo Kojima game.
yeah, you're
And it's
getting
also
all
single
those Metal
player.
Gear games were like that. It's like, okay, you have the gameplay is really, really good. It's usually pretty interesting, fun, and kind of like the Split Fiction. It Takes Two. It changes,
Right.
and then around that you have wrapped always intriguing story, and the
All
story
right.
and the cinematography. Like even on PS1, like the Metal Gear game on PS1, the cinematography at the time was like, no one's doing this shit.
Yeah.
This looks like a movie. Even though it's
cutscenes long as shit.
yeah, fucking. There could be a fucking 2-hour cutscene just in the middle of this game. I was late for work one time watching one of these
watching
fuckers.
a cutscene.
Like,
Watching
one
a
of these-
cutscene for a game you didn't even play?
One of these, no,
he
this
played
was
it.
one of the
for-
Metal Gear games.
Oh, but on Metal Gear.
I was
okay.
like, I'm gonna, like, man, I got like an hour and a half before work. I'm gonna play Metal Gear, and I played for like 15 minutes, and then a cutscene started, and it just kept going.
and you didn't. And you can't pause it.
I mean, maybe,
Maybe you
I was
could,
gonna
but
leave.
not
I was
gonna.
gonna
You
leave
wasn't
my
gonna.
console on,
Right.
And I was like, okay, this cutscene's got to end eventually.
Right.
It just kept going. It's like you're watching this movie, and then every now and then you get to play.
Right. What do you tell him at work? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Right. You just know
I
you're
honestly,
late.
I think it ended. I think I was like 5 minutes late. It was
Right.
like, it was like negligible.
Right.
And I was like, man, I'm sorry, I got held up.
Yeah.
Look, I was a good employee. I was usually on time. This was like the 1%.
I think
play
like
Metal
you, after seeing this trailer, a good chunk of it for Death Stranding 2, I'm like, maybe I will give the first one a shot.
Oh man,
Because
I
it
don't know.
just like, kind of want to see what's going on with that, man.
I feel like what I want to do is go on YouTube and watch all the cutscenes from
yeah,
the first
that
one.
would be good.
Or some sort of like recap of the story to
Yeah.
understand vaguely what's going on.
It's probably
and
still going to
then
be
play
20
the second
hours.
one.
Yeah.
Because the first one, at least from the gameplay I've seen, I could be completely wrong. Again, I never played this, but from the gameplay I've seen, it seems definitely smaller scale than the trailer for the second one. And from what I've seen of the second one, it's like I would rather play that because there seems to be more environments, more stuff going on, more gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, it does.
That one seems more interesting to me to play than the first one. Even though all it is, from what I understand, Simon, the game is about you're a package. You deliver packages.
You're like a UPS guy.
You're a UPS guy in a world where everything's been destroyed, and so it's like, all right, I have to get this package for this client from point A to point B, but you have to consider your food, your weight. You have to consider all these things when you're building your backpack, and then you got to get your backpack from one place to another.
So
Okay.
it can take around, for the first, you want to take a guess on how long it can take
To beat it?
to beat the first Death Stranding
Stranding?
director's cut, apparently.
Oh God, director's cut.
I'm
80
taking-
hours.
I'm gonna say 20 hours is the guess.
55.
Okay. Okay.
all right.
55 hours.
You can compare that to
It's like a Red Dead. Well,
Zelda.
yeah. Okay. So,
Apparently
but
it's-
that's a meaty game. That's a game
Yeah.
that'll last you for a good month.
And the first
Depends
one
on how
sold,
well.
it came out in 2021, sold 5 million copies worldwide for PS4 and PC. 5 million.
Split Fiction, by the way, just to compare that, is supposed to be 16.
Yeah. And it makes
So-
sense because it is just non-stop platforming.
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if that 16 includes the side stuff. It's very, like you said, it very well might, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, this is like Death Stranding, I know, is more of like an open world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a big map. And it's like, okay, you got to get package from point A to point B. You decide which way you want to go.
Right.
And it's It's a very slow game from what I understand.
How many hours does it take to 100% Death Stranding? Any guesses?
If it was 55 to finish,
200.
if you were 100, yeah, I'll say 150.
113 is the
Okay.
to obtain 100% completion.
So, I mean, shit, if you see that game on sale for like $10,
Oh God, talk about money's
money's
worth.
worth.
some bang for your buck
Exactly.
right there, baby.
I feel bad for the people who are like OCD that have to finish it.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
Oh God.
Like I've known people who are completionists. If they get a game, it's like I have to 100% this.
Yeah.
I don't have that brain. I go like, nope, I want to play through the story, consume a little bit of the content, and then I'm good. There's
Yeah.
very, very few games where I'm like, I have to enjoy a game immensely to complete it to 100%.
Have you ever?
Yes. The Batman Arkham games. Those I enjoyed enough where I'm like, I want to keep playing. I want to do all this stuff because to get 100% completion, you had to do all these like Riddler things, but they were puzzles. So to me, the side content was interesting. It was
Right.
fun. There was a challenge there.
Gotcha.
Those I enjoyed getting to 100%. The first Red Dead I enjoyed. The only thing I didn't enjoy in that one was to get 100%, you had to pick these certain flowers. That was the only thing in the game. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing right now?
Right.
But I had to unlock this really cool outfit, and I couldn't do it unless I picked the flowers. So I picked the flowers.
All right.
And I was planning on number 2 because I was excited about Red Dead 2. I was like, man, I can't wait to get 100% in this.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. I was like, okay, I got this side mission. Okay, I gotta kill these 10 birds. Whatever. It's like, man, this environment's gorgeous. I'll go through it. I'll kill the birds and I'll bring it back to the guy. He's like, all right, here you go. He's like, man, thanks for these. Now I'm gonna need 20 birds. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like screw that.
Yeah,
you already
never
killed
got there.
birds.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you're fine.
right.
Once is fine.
And I'm reading 12 hours on Split Decision.
Okay, so
But
yeah.
it's like it's going to vary with us.
You mean Slit Friction?
Split Friction? Slit Friction.
Slit Friction. My new damn favorite game.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing 16.
You want to see
Yeah.
it 16?
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well,
All
we'll
right.
see. I told this.
So
like, yeah,
16
like,
hours?
We'll try to get it done in like 4 or 5 sessions, but it might be like 6.
Look, but playing It Takes Two, I don't mind that. I don't mind just a nice tight 16-hour game.
Yeah.
Like that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Like, it could be
and-
less. Like I could be 12 hours and I'd be like, I don't care. As long as it's fun and tight and
Yeah.
like, who gives a shit?
Both of
Yeah.
our 3-hour sessions left us both on the back end of each being like,
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's great.
oh, it is a
So are we going to play tonight?
yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
You know what? I really want you guys to because I really want to go home and
You
play.
go settle in and play. or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea. All right, well, we
kinda-
highly recommend
Slit Friction?
Slit Friction for you and the family. And maybe that's it. Are we good for today?
I mean, we covered a bunch of things.
Did we? So was there anything
How long
else?
have we been talking?
50
some minutes.
What?
55,
Man.
something like that.
54.
You want to end
What?
it right now?
No.
No,
Tell
you
us.
wanna go?
Tell us
us.
about your plane
Oh, yeah,
flight
tell us
back
about your
in.
plane.
Oh shit. Okay, so I just it was my girl's birthday, so we went to Orlando and we partied for a few days. Had a great time. I went to Gatorland.
Gatorland.
You ever been to Gatorland?
No.
Go to Gatorland.
Okay,
Like,
why? Because there's a Gator place that's right here
Myrtle
in
Beach.
Myrtle Beach. That's
Right.
pretty. I've been there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting.
Okay. I don't know what I was. I was expecting to go into Gatorland and be like, it's an aquarium of gators is what I was expecting, and I got that. But as soon as you walk in, there is a pile of what must be 100 gators. It's insane.
Oh, so that's what got you?
Well, that was just walking in.
Okay.
That's like the first thing you see.
Gotcha.
And then you see all these different species of gators, different types of gators, and then they have this one little section where you could feed turtles, but like big ass turtles, like tortoises.
All
I
right.
fed tortoises like lettuce.
Sure.
That was
they love it, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite things was the budgies, the
Budgies.
little birds.
Is that a bird they feed those to the gators?
Budgie, huh?
Yeah, you feed them to the gators.
Yeah.
No, you go into this little paddock and you get like a seed stick. So imagine a popsicle stick, but the
Yeah.
end's coated with like honey and seeds.
Gotcha.
And you walk into this thing, you just hold it up. 4 or 5 birds will land on your hand. They'll start nibbling on this seed.
They shit on your arm?
Cute as shit.
Yeah,
shit on your
that's
arm?
fun. Yeah, did they shit on your arm?
They did not, but I'm sure they
Sure they
would.
do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The place was like it felt like something out of 20 years ago. You know
Now,
what
when
I
you
mean?
make it to the back of the building, do you get to the master gators eventually?
Ha! No.
All right,
But
was
I
it.
wish I
Sorry
did.
about
No. That place in Myrtle, they've got like, I want to say that they might have 100 gators, but like it might not be
Oh,
when
God,
you first walk
this
in.
was so many. This felt like 1,000 gators.
Oh,
There
okay.
are gators everywhere.
All right.
It's like the front section, the back section, everything. There's gators all over the damn
Gatorland.
place.
How many hours were you in Gatorland before you're like, let's get the hell out of here?
It was at least 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, shit.
somewhere.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of gator
Yeah.
hours.
It was-
Wow.
Like,
All
yeah,
right.
we had fun in Gatorland.
Okay.
But
you must
anyway,
have.
had a whole, and stayed in Orlando for a couple days. Had
Lots
a great
to do
time.
there, yeah.
Lots, Orlando's a huge place.
Good God.
And we didn't do Disney. Like, fuck Disney.
Right. Yeah. No, I see that.
Everything but Disney. But on the way back, oh man, I mean, you guys knew last night. You were here. There were some crazy ass storms going on.
Wind has been insane lately.
Yeah, and it was last night. It was a bumpy ride coming in.
I'll bet.
And it was one of those where we came in and we tried to land, and the pilot was like, "Nope."
Went back up.
Oh,
Went
really?
right back up. Yeah.
How
It's
close
like-
did you get down before you went up?
Oh, I could see the runway. It was just like, oh, we're about to touch down, and then you felt the pilot just like kick the engines back on. Just,
Oh,
the
shit.
plane just goes right back up, and it's shaking. It's like everyone's on board. It's like this old grandmother like next to me. She's just breathing heavy, and
Oh, yeah.
I've been in it before.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess been quote unquote fortunate. I've been on a plane ride where we did that, where we almost landed, took back off, almost landed, took back off, and then got diverted to Raleigh. Had to stay
Shit.
in Raleigh for 2 hours so the storms could pass, then come back.
Oh, wow.
So this
Yeah.
was touchdown, almost land, go back up, and I was like, okay, he's gonna do another loop. But we did another loop. Thankfully, on the second round, we touched down. We were in Wilmington, but then we had to sit on the tarmac for at least 40. It felt
Oh,
like 40
shit.
minutes because, like, with the lightning going on,
Yeah.
they were like, we can't bring the crew out on the tarmac. It's not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Okay, so we're just like, everyone's nervous as shit. Well, they're just happy to get back on the ground.
Yeah.
But now you're sitting there for 40 minutes. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah, at least you didn't have to go to Raleigh. Like
Yeah,
you
it's-
knew
Yeah,
what
exactly.
it could
It's
be.
like, okay, shit.
So
at
you
least
go-
we're home. At
Yeah,
least we're
you don't have
here.
to get a hotel and be like, oh shit, jump on another plane.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
know
last
how-
time it was like we went to Raleigh. Yeah, we had to like. That's the thing. They had to deplane us because they had to refuel the plane.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess that's a safety thing. They can't fuel the plane up with passengers on
Yeah.
board.
Right.
So it's like everyone had to get up, fuel the plane up, and then everyone had to get back on. It's like, oh my
I
god.
feel like I've been on a plane while it got refueled, but I might be
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. But it feels like it. The wind the last couple nights, and you know where we live. So we're like 5th floor, nothing crazy, but we're right on the river. So like, you know how gusts go?
Yeah.
And they come and they can be, how many seconds long before there's the break, before the next gust and stuff like that. I don't think in my life heard gusts, unless it was a hurricane, gusts as long as the last couple nights from our window, just in bed, being like, they come, and they just kept going, like just nonstop gusts for felt like 30 seconds or more. And like, what the fuck is even happening right now? Is crazy. So it's like, that's what you were flying back into.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Kind of nuts. It's just an observation we both had in
My
bed.
girl
I
was a
like,
little
that's-
nervous. I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't more.
You didn't land upside
problems.
down like
No, God.
the one that flipped over on the fucking.
Jeez,
What?
can you imagine?
There was a plane that
In the
Yeah,
last
it was a
couple
Delta
months.
flight. Yeah. It like landed, and when it came down too hard, and the fucking the plane flipped over.
Yeah.
Wow,
Could you-
I
yeah.
missed that
It's
one.
not
don't
long
know.
ago either. I think it was. I forget where it was, but yeah, it wasn't too long ago at all.
Holy
Yeah, that
shit.
wouldn't be the best.
Yeah. Now that day, last night when the pilot touched down, like the entire plane applauded. It was,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
one of those.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
First time going down, and even the second time on the way in, like you're looking out, you're just seeing lightning everywhere inside the plane. The plane's fucking shaking.
Yeah.
You're just like, here we go.
Yeah.
He brought it
some nice-
down. He
nice
landed
nice
that
weather.
bitch.
I saw something about that recently. Like that's what, with all the things that we bring back, we need to bring back applauding when you land because it is something that we should applaud for.
Yeah, it's a good
In
thing.
the
Yeah.
right conditions, yeah.
It's a good place to
Yeah.
be down
In
there.
calm
and-
conditions, it's like, the robot could do it nowadays.
You
Yeah,
know what?
come on.
You know what? I don't know. I mean, I guess self-driving cars are supposed to be safer than humans. So if
Yeah.
it was a self-driving plane, it might not have landed upside down.
Look, listen, it takes a lot of skill to be a pilot. I don't want to be derogatory to any pilots
No,
out
not
there.
at
I
all.
really appreciate your skill, your expertise. But in calm weather, robot can land a plane. Just
All right.
lower speed.
Let's
Get
give
over
away
the
those
thing.
jobs.
No,
Nice weather coming
No,
in,
that's-
man. We don't
that's-
need Barry.
No, that's
to fly into
that's one of
Raleigh.
those ones I always want a human there just in case.
Yeah,
Oh,
as you
yeah.
should.
Just in case.
A couple, actually.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I don't want to get rid of those jobs. Pilots, you guys should be okay.
Good.
Now we're good.
Dig-a-dag-a-dag. Dig-a-dag-a-dag.